Puppy. It's time to wake up. Puppy. Oh my gosh. Wait, is that actually what I look like? Okay, yes. You know, maybe this way. Maybe. Oh, cold. Oh. Alright, so as you've probably already figured from the title of this video, it is going to be a little bit different from what I usually post because today is going to be a forced rest day for me because I've been climbing a lot lately. The plans for today are to finish building a bed that Shahan and I started last night but didn't quite finish, having breakfast, and that's about as much as I've planned for the day. But all throughout that, I am going to be answering some questions that some of you have sent me either through YouTube comments or on Instagram. So today is going to be a day about getting to know me a little bit and basically me talking a lot. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just get started. So first things first, we're going to finish putting together this bed. Yay. Honestly, it shouldn't be that bad because all I have to do is put these slats on and then put this mattress on and then put this mattress protector on the mattress. So it's actually not that much. Oh, I also have to move this against the wall, but that's okay. It can be done. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to answer some questions and then I'm going to build this bed and then I'm going to answer some more questions after because I don't think that I'll be able to build the bed and answer questions at the same time. My first question, when did you start climbing and how did you get started? The very first day that I started climbing, because I know this, was December 31st, 2017. So when people ask me when I first started, I just say January 2018 because it was literally the last day of December and I don't know, it's just easier to say. What got me started in climbing was Jess. So we're gonna do our lead climbing class now. It's there behind us. And Shahan. What you doing?
Cutting off the...
That sounds so epic.
Yeah, cutting off the like 3-inch long toenails that I've accrued over the last 3 months of non-climbing.
Why is your sock on count? Just having them be familiar with it and being close to them, they thought that it was something that I should try because they thought it was something that I would like to do, even though I'd never really done any sports before, other than when I would go snowboarding in the winter and when I used to do track in high school. When I started, I would go to the climbing gym about 4 to 5 times a week, and that would go on for months. Next question is, actually somebody asked me whether or not I was Filipino. I am full 100% born in the Philippines, in Manila, Filipino. I look like I may be half Hispanic, half white, or some sort of Asian and white or something. I just got lighter skin from my mom, and my features, I guess, are not the traditional Filipino features. But yeah, I was born in the Philippines, but came to the United States when I was 1 year old. So I'm basically just American. I don't know Tagalog as well as I should, unfortunately. Okay, let's build this bed. So it's doing this weird pull up thingy at the corners, but that's okay. I think it looks pretty good. I'm also not sure why there are so many screws still left over, but let's just say that they're extra. Oh, actually, it's because Shahan and I also have an IKEA bed, and I spent maybe 30 minutes just trying to put these on, and these screws never ever fit into this hole, so I've just sworn off of ever putting them back on to any IKEA bed ever again. And you know what? If we fall through the bed, then my bad. New roommate, if you fall through the bed, my bad. But I think that that bar down the middle is pretty solid, so yeah. These are the ones that are supposed to go on mine and Shahan's bed, but now they're just hiding behind the towels. Hehe. Okay, while I'm cleaning up, how did it feel to climb again after a long break? So honestly, getting back into climbing was actually pretty tough for me. I feel like even after I'd finished a majority of my schoolwork, I was still finding reasons not to go to the climbing gym, just because it's hard when, you know, the grade really shouldn't matter, but just to know that you are climbing at a certain level and to be struggling with problems that are half the grade, or struggling on problems that, you know, you would have warmed up on before, it's disheartening, and it's hard to realize that, and it's hard to face that initially. I just had to get over this hump of self-judgment pretty much, and I had to accept that my body just needed to relearn how to do things. My body needed to warm up to being physically active again. And it helped a lot when I started making videos again, because it gave me the motivation to force myself to get out of the house and go to the gym and climb. And it also forced me to not care about, you know, what others would think about my climbing journey. Everyone fluctuates, right? For whatever life reasons. Everyone's climbing journey is different. Everyone goes up and down in their skill. And once I started going pretty consistently again, it just started getting easier every time, and it started feeling better every time, because I just got the ball rolling again. So if anyone is out there who has taken a long break and you're having a hard time trying to get back into it, just honestly just force yourself to go, and you'll get into the swing of things. Your body will readjust again, and I mean, you'll already have that experience from before, so you should be able to get back into it faster than when you first started, and you'll fall in love with it again. Time to eat breakfast. Breakfast options are spinach bread from Shahan's parents. So it's basically like a pastry thing with spinach in it. Leftover mushroom pizza. Yum. Or cauliflower curry with rice. All great options to me. Shahan would be horrified with all three because he says they're not breakfast food. But maybe we'll go for the pizza. Ta-da! Next question. Do you only boulder? So no, I also sport climb. I am top rope, belay certified, and lead certified. The only reason that I only film exclusively when I boulder is because it's just so much easier to do so, and I can do it by myself. Whereas with top rope and lead climbing, the routes are so much taller than the bouldering routes, so I would for sure have to film the top and the bottom. But I'd also just need a third person, because you need one person to belay, the person that's climbing, and then a film person, and that just rarely ever happens. So it's, yeah. How do you get comfortable climbing alone? This actually was something that I kind of had an issue with a little bit in the beginning, because when you're first starting out, it's easy to feel self-conscious and to not want to do things incorrectly or look dumb in front of other people if you don't finish a problem or if you fall off or whatever. So in the beginning, I wouldn't want to go to the gym unless Shahan was with me, or I was climbing with Jess or something. And then I realized that that kept me from going to the gym unless it was based around their schedules. So I just ended up forcing myself to go by myself, and after a couple times I was comfortable with it, because all you have to do, as with anything else, is force yourself to do it until you adjust, because you will adjust. And once you get comfortable with it, you stop caring. A majority of the time I climb by myself, and it's fine, totally fine. So I also feel like you're just more approachable when you're by yourself. So if there's something that you need help with or whatever, I feel like people are happy to help and stuff, which is nice. So yeah. I'm almost done with my pizza, and I might still be hungry, so. Oh. Ta-da! Ta-da! It is spinach and lemon in a yummy bread thingy, and yeah. This is no longer Q&A, it is now an ASMR. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Better? Okay. So the next question is, why did I decide to pursue a career in the medical field? So for the first 23 years of my life, my mom was a registered nurse, which is funny because since she was a registered nurse, it made me not want to be a nurse, because I kind of wanted to like forge my own path and blaze my own trail, do my own thing, you know? And so I didn't want to go after what my parents were trying to get me to do, which was go into the medical field. So instead I worked as a server for many years, and I decided to live in Australia for a year as well. While I was in Australia, I ended up having this pretty serious health issue with my eye, where it was a possibility that if it wasn't taken care of, I could potentially have gone blind in my eye. So it was a pretty serious condition, and I felt extremely vulnerable, right, in that moment.
One moment. Sorry.
I wasn't talking to you. I think she thought I said her name when I said serious. Anyways, I was very scared, but the people who were taking care of me were very efficient, very kind, and they helped to give me some of that power back that I felt like I had lost. So that just got me thinking a little bit again, and I was thinking about the long term, what I wanted to do, and I still didn't really have like a passion. So I started taking classes again. I started doing a CNA training course and working in a care facility, and I volunteered for hospice and palliative care. And it was after all of that that I realized working as a nurse and working to be a person who would provide care and who could empower others, right, when it came to their health, especially empowering others who are in that vulnerable state. That was something I could see myself doing in the long term. And it was something that I could see myself enjoying even. When I was working as a server, I always saw it as a challenge to figure out how I could best give each guest, you know, the best possible experience, right? And it was just so interesting learning about different people and trying to learn how to read people and kind of anticipating what they needed before they asked and all that. Like, I always found that very interesting, and I thought that it would be a smooth transition from that to nursing. Obviously, I would need a lot more of a knowledge in medicine, but that was something that I'd always been interested in as well in school. So something else that I thought of was the fact that when I was growing up, having a mom as a nurse was just amazing, because every time I got sick, even if it wasn't a serious sickness, she would just immediately go into like nurse mode, which always made me feel safe as a child. And that's something that I would also want for my own kids someday and for my family. Time to go back to bed. Just kidding. Let's just get out of here though. If any of you are wondering what this is, it is a chalkboard wall that Shahan's sister actually put up when she was living with us. So it's really cool. If you're like, is that Mushu behind? Yes, this is Mushu. We used to have dinner on Wednesday nights. It lasted 2 weeks, but it was really nice. And yeah, this is Shahan's uncle. He drew that yesterday. Yeah. So I feel like I haven't even answered that many questions, but my answers are so long-winded. I edited out half of the footage and we're still at 18 minutes. We talk too much. That I think I'm just gonna answer one more and then we're gonna call it a day for today, because I have to edit and I have to do other things and just get on with my day. So here's your daily dose of more Queenie. Okay, bye. All right, so for the last question of the day, we are going to answer in this chair. And the last question is, how did I get started with YouTube? I guess the first YouTube videos I ever made were for my 18th birthday, or debut for all of you people who know Filipino traditions. I don't know what's in it, but it's a big box and it says my name on it, and I get excited whenever I see big boxes with my name on it. So yeah, we're gonna go figure out what this box is. Hold on. Alright, so I got scissors. I'm gonna find out what's in this box. These are really small scissors. It's the fairy tale castle! Look, they gave me free air, I guess. Oh, I made a mess. My dad's gonna get mad at me. Whoa. So these are gonna be the centerpieces, or at least I'm gonna make them prettier, and then they're gonna be the centerpieces. Pretty cool, huh? I think so. And I'll make them look even cooler. Okay, so adventure over. We found out what was in the mysterious box. Ooh. As I was saying, the first videos I ever made were for my debut. And as much as I loved it, after that I didn't really pursue making videos again until I made my first ever climbing vlog, because at the time vlogging was already like a huge thing, and I thought to myself, like, vlogging doesn't look very hard. I feel like that's something that I could do and would enjoy. And also I was starting with climbing, so I was obsessed with climbing, and you know, making videos about my climbing journey also just seemed like something that was really fun. And now my main motivation for keeping the videos going is when people tell me that my videos are helping them or teaching them or allowing them to better teach others. Like, that really makes me feel like what I'm doing and the work that I'm putting into my videos is 100% worth it. I hope that me answering these questions has helped you learn a little bit more about me. I'll definitely probably do another Q&A at some point in the future. So if you have any other questions for me that you would like me to answer, please comment or send me a message on Instagram or whatever, and I will try to get back to you with the answers to them. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!